What up YouTube, T-Movies here. Now, I have not even done this video before, but I decided to do my top 10 favorite Cartoon Network series. Because, I grew up, watching some really cool Cartoon Network series, and I pretty much grew up watching Cartoon Network in general. There's lots of anime shows I also grew up with, like, obviously I grew up watching Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all, but who did not love past Cartoon Network? And there was some pretty solid, were some pretty solid shows back in the day. So with that being said, here's my top 10 favorite Cartoon Network series. Alright, number 10, I'm going to go with Codename Kids Next Door. Now, this is pretty solid. I mean, it follows these youngsters who pretty much have names for them. Like, we got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and on. Who, try to join forces against adulthood to fight for the, right to enjoy the fun things in life and all. And the show does tackle, childhood and all, but they also had to fight, evil as well. And Codename Kids Next Door was pretty solid. It's really entertaining. Number 1, of course, is the lead in this. He was pretty sweet. Number 3, number 4. This has a pretty solid episodes. It lasts for a couple amount of good seasons, but yeah, if you guys have not seen Codename Kids Next Door, I mean, they end up having their headquarters in a treehouse, so there's that. It's a pretty solid show. I'll be down to see them revive that, to be honest. It was a pretty cool show to watch. Anyway, alright. Lost it. Coming in at number... Alright. Coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Now this, revolves around these two youngsters named Billy and Mandy, who ends up encountering this Grim Reaper named Grim, voiced by Greg Egos. And it does have horror elements to it. I mean, how could, this was a bit of an odd show, because how do you have a kids show featuring the Grim Reaper? That was always boggling my mind. But it's still pretty solid. I mean, the Grim Reaper is hilarious. His, on-screen chemistry with Billy and Mandy is always pretty fun. I mean, this has some interesting, Grim does have, supernatural abilities and powers to venture into supernatural locations and all. And there's also interesting monsters here, including Dracula. There's the Wolfman. So yeah, got some interesting monsters that's also featured. So if you guys have not seen Adventures of Billy and Mandy, I'll say give it a shot. They should revive this show. It was a pretty solid show back in the day. Alright. Number 8, I'm going to go with Cow and Chicken. Now, the series, focuses on pretty much the misadventures of these two somehow biological siblings. The Cow and Chicken are not actually siblings for some reason. Yeah, so somehow a cow and a chicken decided to get it on, and Cow and Chicken was born. So, yeah, I always found that plotline to be odd, but it's actually pretty funny. The cow is, this is a 7-year-old cow share, while you got her 11-year-old brother named Chicken. You also got interesting characters in this, you got Red Guy, who's the devil, really. You've got a baboon here. You got Weasel, which, by the way, they actually made a spin-off titled I Am Weasel, which not as good as Cow and Chicken, but I always got kicked out of I Am Weasel. The Cow and Chicken had some pretty solid, adventures, some solid chemistry with one another. If you guys have not seen Cow and Chicken, it's a bit dumb, yeah. It's a bit outdated, but it's pretty fun to watch. I mean, this chicken also is boneless, so you got your boneless chicken right here, people. Alright. Number 7, I'm going to go with Samurai Jack. Now, this is a show created by Genndy Tartakovsky, who also directed Hotel Transylvania. This is the story of this young prince who's voiced by Phil Lamar, who is a character from Japan, and he becomes a samurai and all. He actually fight evil and all that. It's actually more, out of all the shows on this list, this is actually more grown up than the other shows on this list. But it's pretty entertaining. The villains in this are pretty cool. The visuals in this are stunning. This really feels like if Akira, I always mispronounce his name. The guy who gave us classic films, Akira Kazaski, I think his name is, who gave us Seven Samurai. If he directed an anime series, this is what you get. It has some really fun entertainment, and actually they did revive it recent, so there's that. The revival isn't too great, to be honest, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have not really seen Samurai Jack, it's pretty entertaining. Alright, coming in at number 6, I'm going to go with the original Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go, the original one. The original Teen Titans is iconic. One of the most iconic theme song. I still remember that song. It's a really iconic song right there. Probably one of my favorite theme songs to an anime series. Starfire, who did not have a crush on Starfire? They made Starfire a little bit dummy in the Teen Titans Go. Although I did quite like the Teen Titans Go movie, to be honest, yeah. But the original Teen Titans, the OG Teen Titans, it's entertaining. It's fun to watch. It's more darker. It's still light. It's still for kids and all, but it's a tad bit more adultish than you would expect. Raven was always a scene stealer. You got some good voice casts here too, like Scott Melvin, of course, voices Robin. Tara Strong does the voice of Raven. You got some really interesting cast members in this. So yeah, if you guys have not really seen the original Teen Titans, give that one a shot. Alright. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to go with Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now this is a series that follows Courage, who's just like a pink, easily frightened dog who lives in this abandoned house with this old couple named Eustace, Bag, and Mario. And there's some creepy elements that ends up happening throughout each episode. For a kids show, this show is actually pretty dark than you would expect. It like Grim Adventures of Billy Manning. This is very I would admit, when I was young, there were episodes that really freaked me out when I was a kid. But it's all for laughs. Courage is pretty much a cowardly dog, like the name suggests. I always liked the couple in this. The character of Eustace is he's pretty much mean to the dog. He scares him so many times, but he is pretty funny. Mario is a sweet lady. I quite liked her scenes with Courage. This features some really creepy, frightening characters throughout each episode. Yeah, if you guys have not really seen Courage, it's really good. They should definitely revive Courage. Can you imagine Courage dealing with Pennywise? Yeah. Alright. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to go with Dexter's Laboratory. Now, Dexter's Laboratory, of course, about this kid who builds a laboratory. He is one of the smartest kids on the show, obviously. Of course, you got the villain Mad Dog, who's like his, who I guess you could say is like his rival. His mom and dad still doesn't really know that he has a laboratory in his basement, despite paying the bills and all. Jenny Tarkowski, who I said I gave us Samurai Jack and Hotel Transylvania, he was one of the showrunners on those. You also got his sister Dee Dee, who tries to get into his stuff. But this is actually a pretty solid show. Dexter, probably, how is he still in grade school? He should be in college by now. If they revive it, they gotta make Dexter maybe a little older, like he's now fully a scientist and all that. He's maybe like a teacher or whatnot, or like in college, who knows. But yeah, if you guys have not seen Dexter's Laboratory, Some of the stuff that he ends up inventing are pretty solid. It also has, there's also a monkey feature in this. Yeah, if you guys have not seen Dexter's Lab, it's a pretty fun, entertaining show. I guess I have no idea how he's able to keep his lab a secret. I mean, his parents doesn't really see the none of the bills. Like, really? All right, number 3. Of course, this was just in the news recent because they're planning to do a live action series based on this. But number 3, I'm gonna go with the Powerpuff Girls. I know I'm a guy who didn't mind the Powerpuff Girls back in the days. I will admit that right now. I always got a kick out of the Powerpuff Girls. It was always a fun, entertaining series. I mean, come on, it's a show about a professor named Professor Utomo who ends up creating these 3 crime-fighting girls. They also had to deal with, school and stuff like that too. You got some really cool villains in this. I mean, you got Mojo Jojo, voiced by Ghostface himself, Roger L. Jackson, Thugsy Wuzzy. You've got the Rowdy Rough Boys. Come on, you got the mayor is pretty fun in this. This takes place in Townsville. You really also got a cross-dressing character named Him, which is I always found to be a bit of an odd character for a kids show, but you got a character who never really shows her face. I mean, that's usually the case for most anime shows, but anyway, yeah, Powerpuff Girls I always got kicked out. And of course they rebooted in 2016, which wasn't so good, but the original OG Powerpuff Girls is still entertaining. Alright. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I mean, of course, it's about these, 3 bumbling idiots, named Ed, Edd, and Eddy. There's interesting characters like the Plank Girls. There's a kid who has like a wooden plank that he carries around. Yeah, it's a pretty fun show. I mean, this is a show that maybe not want to eat Jawbreakers ever again. Never have Jawbreakers, people. Those things are not fun candy to eat. I mean, who the heck decided to invent Jawbreakers is always beyond me, but yeah. Anyway, I always want to see some sort of revival of Ed, Edd, and Eddy. It's a bit of a dumb show. I mean, the 3 characters are a bit dumb, but it's still so darn entertaining. The show still holds up. Yeah, if you guys never really seen Ed, Edd, and Eddy, I'd say give it a shot. It's a really fun, entertaining series. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but actually, it's been a while since I've seen most of these shows, to be honest with you. But yeah, they really need to revive Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I mean, Oh, and did I say Plank Sisters? I meant they're the Kranger Sisters. Not why did I say Plank Sisters? But anyway, the Planks, the Kranger Sisters. They're some of the meanest girls on TV. Like, I never really cared for those characters at all. They're always so mean to to Ed and Eddy, but yeah. Alright, my number 1 favorite anime Cartoon Network series goes to Johnny Bravo. Like I said in my top 10 shows that I would love to see get revived, Johnny Bravo is a show that would not last today. With the Me Too movement and all that, Johnny Bravo, like his antics with hitting on females and all that, that will not at all fly in 2020. Yeah, but I always still got a kick out of Johnny Bravo. I mean, you got some interesting cameos too. Like, I mean, Donny Osmond even made a cameo one time. The late great Luke Perry had a cameo on Johnny Bravo. You got the little girl Susie, who's always fun to watch. I always thought Susie was a scene stealer. You got the character Carl, voiced by SpongeBob himself, Tom Kenny. The mother is always fun. This has some interesting characters. I mean, Johnny Bravo even crossed over with Scooby-Doo, Jabberjaw, and also there's that. Johnny Bravo is a pretty muscular guy right there. I mean, there was even at one point, I'm not even joking about this, at one point there was literally talks about a live-action Johnny Bravo movie with Dwayne Johnson. There's even a fake photo of Dwayne Johnson as Johnny Bravo, which, holy cow, if they ever announced that, I'm all for it. Either Dwayne Johnson or John Cena would make a great Johnny Bravo, And fun fact, Seth MacFarlane, the guy who gave us Family Guy, American Dad, those adult anime shows, he was a head writer of one of the head writers of Johnny Bravo. So there's a fun fact about that. But anyway, yeah, I'd love to see a revival of Johnny Bravo, but like I said, with the Me Too movement, ain't no way, like, Johnny, even if they do revive it, they're not gonna do the whole storyline with Johnny Bravo hitting on females, and that's a major, like, that was one of the sentimental plot lines of Johnny Bravo, and that's what made Johnny Bravo awesome. I mean, the guy never took no for an answer. Every time he does hit on female, he always gets slapped around and all that. The guy rarely gets a win, you know. But anyway, yeah, I mean, come on, even the Scooby-Doo crossover, he actually hit on Daphne and even Velma. So there's that. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Codename Kid Next Door. 9, Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy. 8, Cow and Chicken. 7, Samurai Jack. 6, Teen Titans. 5, Courage the Cowardly Dog. 4, Dexter's Laboratory. 3, Powerpuff Girls. 2, Ed, Edd n Eddy. And number 1 is Johnny Bravo. Anyway. There's a few others. To be honest, Cartoon Network nowadays it's been down the drain since then. But others, like there is Teen Titans Go, Gumball, Adventure Time. I think Steven Universe was on. Now, granted, I'm not adding Adult Swim shows. I know Adult Swim is pretty much on Cartoon Network, but it's technically like shows like Rick and Morty and are technically not Cartoon Network shows. Like they're not produced by Cartoon Network or anything. Despite Adult Swim's being on Cartoon Network, I never really count them as Cartoon Network series, you know. So that's why you're not seeing Adult Swim shows on this list. So there's that. But anyway, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Cartoon Network series, and what Cartoon Network shows would you like to see make some sort of revival? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is T-Movie signing off.